There we go. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. I'm gonna pull it up here just to see. Should be right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna pull it up here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna pull it up here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. I'm gonna pull it up here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. Here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. Here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. Here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. Here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is, Miss America. All right, you guys. Hopefully this looks good. Hopefully this looks good. All right, I was just double checking to make sure everything looks good. Here just to see. Let me make sure I put all chats up so I can see everybody. Right here. Oh, there she is. Try that. Is that better? I'm still learning how to navigate all these fun little things. I'm still learning. So you guys let me know if that is that better? Let me know. I turned off the desktop audio. I think that's what the issue was the desktop audio. So I apologize if that's what you're seeing. Okay, good. Awesome. Perfect. Love that. So I have to do my makeup while we're talking because otherwise I'm going to go absolutely crazy. I will make sure to somehow, I got to figure out how to put that into the video so you guys can know that I apologize for the feedback that's going on. You guys, no, absolutely not. No, you're not the crazy one. Like I said, I'm genuinely still learning how to do the live stream stuff because I love it and I think it's amazing. And obviously, like I watch a lot of live people. I watch Emily D. Baker. I watch Hassan Piker do their live streams, and they've been doing it for a long time. So like they kind of know the whole. They have a setup. They know what they're doing. They know how they're going to do everything. Whereas I'm just learning. Okay, I'm just learning. Um, So we're gonna talk about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City in the last episode, episode 3. But we can also, again, whatever you guys want to talk about. You want to talk about something else? We'll talk about something else. I don't care. But that's what this stream is entitled for. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. You guys also get into these. Get into these. But the soft ones, the hard ones, they're not bad, but they're just not as good. Get into the soft ones. Buy like 700. Actually, don't buy 700 of these because I don't want them to go out of the stores. I want to have one, obviously. All right. The newest episode of Salt Lake City. Here's my thought. Like, and you guys know I'm not gonna do like a full like play-by-play recap because you guys know I just don't do things like that. But I'm obviously gonna give like my thoughts and opinions as we chug along here. The first thing I want to say is that Whitney Wild Rose is she's giving. Oh, thank you. Here, you want to see? Here's one. Oh God, I'm still learning. I'm still learning, guys. Work with me. There we go. There's one, and there's two. There you go. It's the Halloween nails. My girl, my Halloween girl, my nail girl did them, and she's amazing, and I love her so much. You guys, I feel like Whitney Wild Rose is on the wrong show. Is that just me? I feel like she needs to be on the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives show. I feel like she's on the wrong show. I don't feel like this is maybe the show that she should be on. She's just like she's a little too childish at times, and I don't know, but I mean, she's entertaining. And then her and like Whitney, not her and Whitney, her and Mary together is a hoot and a half. I'm like, never thought these two would ever want to spend any time with each other, to be quite honest with you. So it's really funny to see the two of them be like besties now. And honestly, the only reason why they're besties is because Whitney needs somebody to like play with on the show at this point because everybody else is kind of like, yikes, and having a hard time with her. Honestly, rightfully so. Heather's a little too intense. Like, especially with Bronwyn, it's like, calm down, girl. I wish that Bronwyn would have said everything that she was saying in her talking head to the girls. And maybe she did, it's just the editing, doesn't show that. But it just felt to me, I'm like, girl, then say everything that you're saying right now to camera. Say that, like, you guys are literally little gossiping queens, but for whatever reason, you want to like pin all the gossip and all the bullshit onto me? Absolutely not. And oh God, hello, hold on. I got a new shirt today that I'm wearing. Not that you guys care, but like this is from TikTok Shop. No affiliation, no codes, no nothing. But oh my God, this has a thing on it. Oh my God, life is so much better now. And Whitney really is dead weight, like dead ass. She's kind of dead weight, you guys. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. Like, are we going to talk about how her husband was like a part of like an MLM scam, like a scam group? Like, are we going to talk about that or we're not going to talk about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this going to be a situation where like she gives me like I'm going to project onto everybody else and bring up drama with everybody else so that way nobody talks about me in my life and no one talks about me and my husband. That's the vibe. Angie's also giving that vibe. Angie's like, after everything that I went through and everything, that happened last season with me and my husband and all the gay rumors, like I really don't want to be like that for somebody else. But then proceeds to gossip literally right behind Brittany's back at the basketball game. So make it make sense, girl. I'm trying to understand like what the hell you're talking about. She's definitely giving, I'm gonna make sure everybody else is talking about everybody else in this group except for me. Like Angie doesn't want anybody else in this group. Oh, I love that I like can like kind of put my stuff here and you guys can still see my face. Oh, I love that for me. I love that for me. I just don't understand what we're trying to I don't understand what we're trying to accomplish with some of these girls. It's giving, I don't want to talk about my life, so I'm going to ruin everybody else's life kind of season. Um, and Mary is just there for comical entertainment. Her joking around about her dad living near Jeffrey Dahmer. Does that surprise anybody in this? Does that surprise anybody? Doesn't surprise me. I feel like it makes complete sense that her dad would live right next to Jeffrey Dahmer. That makes complete sense to me. Sitting there being like, I smelled something. Like, what did you smell? You're telling me you smelled human flesh? Human flesh? That's disgusting. That's suspicious. That's weird. Brittany and her little boyfriend I will say, you guys, I do always feel really bad when one of the newer girls comes on and they're automatically talking behind people's backs. Like everybody's already talking about their relationships, all their stuff. There's already like 2 seconds in and we're already in a scandal. It's in this particular group, it's like they know, like that town is too small. So everybody knows everything about everyone. So when someone's cheating, no one's getting away with it. No, nobody in that, it seems to me like nobody in Salt Lake City is going to get away with cheating. It just doesn't seem like that's a thing that happens in this town. If you cheat and you're dumb enough to cheat in Salt Lake City, the women of that town are going to talk about you and gossip about you. I mean, we saw that on the, I literally want to call the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody for some reason. I was like, you guys remember that episode of Sweet Life and Zach and Cody when all the Mormons drank soda and cheated on each other? You guys remember that? It was a crazy episode. I just don't like, I don't know how dumb some of these men are that they think they can do that. Um it's so they really are. They're little Mormon F boys. This is so true. And they all do it. And the crazy part is like I don't know. There clearly isn't any repercussions because they clearly don't care because they all keep doing it. I just love that Angie's eyebrow girl, and I love that when anybody this happened yesterday. Well, not yesterday. Sorry, last season with what was it, Lisa or Heather's hairdresser. It's always like, and you know that they're like the best eyebrow girl in town. You know what I'm saying? They're like the best. Like they always have to say right before they're about to literally annihilate and humiliate someone's complete entire life. They're like, listen, so the girl that they're cheating with, honestly, the best girl that does eyebrows in town. It's crazy. I'm like, okay, we get it. You have the best girl in town that does eyebrows. We understand it. We have the best girl that does hair. I want to know if Angie has ever done any of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives girls' hair. Because she's a hair girl, obviously. She's that hair girl. Her husband is a hair girl. It's a hair girl. So I'm just wondering, like, if she's done any of their hair. That would be really, really interesting. I really, at this point, I need a crossover event of these people. I need the back and forth. I need to see them all together. I really want to know more about all of them. Um, Meredith, genuinely nothing but the best for Angie. Angie cracks me up. I really like Angie. She's so messy and such a pain in the ass and is not very nice for some of the things that she pulls off, but she cracks me up. I also, listen, haters gonna hate, and I'm one of those haters, not gonna lie, obviously, but she is one of those women that is unapologetically herself. Like she's totally fine with showing up and wearing the entire Greek flag on her back, on her eyes, on her shirt, on her legs. She probably has a Greek tattoo somewhere of the Greek flag. Like she is unapologetically herself. And to be quite honest with you, I really love that about Angie. I really, really do. She is just, girl, do your thing at all times. She's always just doing her own thing, living her own life, living her own truth. And I just absolutely love that so much. I wish I was like a podcaster that like had like reality TV show people on my show because I'm not joking, you guys. Every episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I would have one of the girls from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives on my show every single time. And I would literally be like, girl, tell me everything. Do you know who this is? Do you know who Jared Osmond is? And do you know who the world famous brow girl is? I need to know the tea. I need to know everything. Again, I really need a discussion to start happening, someone to bring this up, which clearly they're going to bring up Whitney and the whole Alibaba situation, which cracks me up because I'm just like, it reminds me so much of like Sheree and her fitness workout line or whatever. Cracks me up. I'm just like, okay, it's giving scammer, which housewives scammers. Is anybody shocked by that? Absolutely not. Nobody is shocked by that in any way, shape, or form. But what cracks me up is that honestly I could see that especially with Vanderpump Rules Valley seasons. Yeah, the only thing is, hey James, how are you? The only reason why I don't think that would happen is because they're on different, like, so Hulu is ABC, like the ABC franchise world, and then Peacock is like NBC and stuff. So I don't know if they're contractually allowed to go back and forth. Who the hell knows? But if they get to like bring some of the girls onto the show and just hang out with them, and because I guess some of them are friends with them, and is it Jamie? Is that who it was? Who was the hairstylist on the show, Secret Lives? She has done a couple of the housewives' hair before. So I would love that. I'd be so entertained by that. That'd be amazing. But I just want to know when we're going to talk about how I didn't know. If you guys watch, hold on, let me find her. Cece Suarez, that's what it is. Cece Suarez. If you watch Cece Suarez's channel, she did a video talking. She talks a lot about like MLMs and scammers and all that stuff, and how a lot of these scamming groups they always target moms, single moms, stay-at-home moms. They always target those types of people. And apparently the remember like the first season of Housewives Salt Lake City going into the second season, remember how Whitney's husband got like fired and it was like, oh, bath and naked in the bath or whatever. Allegedly, apparently the business that he got booted out of, allegedly, okay, you guys can go fact check that yourself. Go check out Cece Suarez. She's incredible. She's amazing. She does MLM like scammer content, and I absolutely adore her and love her. Also, shout out to her because she has had a crap ton of damage from the Hurricane Helene that happened. So she's dealing with that, unfortunately, which is really, really sad. She actually just made a video talking about it. So shout out and love to Miss Cece. Go watch her. Obviously after I'm done streaming, duh. But she talked about Whitney Wild Rose because there was a picture she did. So she did this one video where she was talking about this company. I don't remember what the company was with like MLMs and scams or whatever. And all of a sudden she pulls up this picture of this guy that's like running the company. And I was like, why does that person look so familiar? And I'm like, because that's Whitney Wild Rose's husband. That's her husband. And he was like the CEO, director, somebody like in charge of that whole thing and got booted out of it. That's the company. And then apparently, allegedly, maybe in Minecraft, he's trying to start another situation like that. So he's Mr. MLMer, apparently, allegedly, in Minecraft. That disgusting little turd. So I had this one zit on my nose that was driving me nuts. And it's not even a zit, it was like a pore. And every time I would wake up, there would always be like something coming out of it and it was driving me nuts. And so I was a masochist and I took one of my little like razor thingies and I just like lightly pushed up against it to try to see if I could just like get the top layer off so I could move on with my life and stop every single morning having to get crap out of it. Because again, I'm a masochist. Why not? And sure enough, I slipped and scratched my entire nose off and took skin off of my nose. And that's where we're at right now. That's why I have this disgusting little knot on my nose right now. Because God forbid I couldn't just take a chill pill and accept my life, but I couldn't take it anymore. It was driving me insane. I was like, I don't, every single morning, there's always this bump on my nose, no matter what I do. And it's just this little pore and it drives me insane. But also, look at it now. Now it looks like a raisin. Now it looks disgusting. It looks like a granola, piece of granola on my nose. It looks like I took some oatmeal and just like plopped it on my nose. It's a no for me, dog. It's a no for me, babe. I go back and forth with wanting to use brushes and not wanting to use brushes. It drives me insane. Some days I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Other days I'm like, no, no, no. They went to Milwaukee, which also cracked me up because I was just like, girl, I thought now that Jen Shaw wasn't on this show, we were going to be going places and we're going to Milwaukee. Also, Trixie Mattel continues to thrive and want to be on this TV show no matter what, at what cost. Even while she's on her little sabbatical, she's still finding a way to get onto this show. And I love that for her. She's incredible. She's amazing. I can't wait for her to come back. If she even does. Watch her literally never come back. And her and David just like live in Alaska. Because I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing. They're going on like some type of Alaskan cruise trip or whatever, which is so. I could never see Trixie doing that. Again, me acting like I know these people. I don't know these people from a hole in the wall. And they sure as hell don't know me. If they knew me, I'd be like, girl, give me your money. Give me some of your money. Give me that money. Was that not the most cringy TikTok that's ever been put on a platform in your entire life? Anytime I saw that, my husband and I were like, shut it off. I feel really bad. Jack is apparently Lisa's son, Jack, who's in Colombia. He's apparently having some health issues and some stomach problems, and he doesn't want his mom to come and help him. And I go back and forth of like, is that because the church won't let him come, won't let her come? She says no, but I also don't believe anything that Lisa says because Lisa is like, what does she call herself? She calls herself a Mormon 2.0, which I'm like, girl, there the Mormon religion is one of those religions that will do everything in their power to try and find like a loophole for everything. I've never seen a religion, and it's always the Jesus God religions. It's always like the Catholic type of religions. But it's like I've never seen a group of human beings work so hard to find as many, my eyebrows need to be plucked so bad. I've never seen a religion be so like they just want to find a loop around for everything. It's crazy. When Lisa was talking about, we'll get back to Jack in a minute, but when Lisa was talking about how she is they went gambling, and she was like, oh, like you can't gamble, you can't drink, you can't smoke, you can't blah 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 blah. And she's like, and you can't do things that you're addicted to. Well, I'm not addicted to it, so therefore I can do it. It's a work, it's like a Mormon 2.0. I'm like, is that in the Bible? Is that in your Bible? Does it say that in your Bible? Because I'm confused. Like the whole thing about how they can't drink coffee, but they're out there chugging super gulps at the local fizzy drink place. I'm like, girl, it's caffeine. There's no difference between a soda and a coffee. There's literally no difference. It's the same thing. If anything, some might say that soda is worse because there's sugar in it. Whereas if you were out and drinking like a black coffee, that's like one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't avoid the sugar in your soda. There's no, otherwise you'd be drinking water. You know what I'm saying? Like the workarounds are crazy to me. Like the fact that they go and get what is it? Was it Botox? They get something done so that way they can get high off of like the painkiller thing that they use. So that way they can do that because they can't get high, they can't get drunk, they can't get blah, blah, blah. So they do that instead. And they're just sitting in that chair, just sucking in that stuff, sucking in that laffy gas. I'm like, these workarounds are ridiculous to the point that you might as well just do what your life coaches and your fucking religion says you can't do. You might as well just do the deeds, do the smoky, do the druggies, do the drinkies. Like some of those things are less harmful than the shit that you're putting into your face. Make it make sense, bro. I just don't understand. I just don't understand. That drives me crazy. Drinking alcohol and caffeine. I just don't get it. Like like they're contradicting themselves, like with what they can and can't drink, what they can and can't eat, what they can and can't do. It's like, well, I can't do this, so I'm just going to do this. I'm like, what's the difference? What is the difference between doing that and doing this? I don't. I don't grasp what the difference is between the two of those things. That's the same thing. If not, the thing that you're replacing the bad thing with is possibly worse. That's what I just don't grasp it. I don't get it. Well, Lisa's full of SHI took. Last season when Lisa was like, when I think it was Heather was like, so you go to temple looking like this, and she had like a tube top on. She goes, yeah, of course I do. And it's like, no, you don't. No, I'm convinced unless there is a photographic evidence, and again, I have this is allegedly, but in my brain, Lisa Barlow doesn't go to church. In my brain, Lisa Barlow doesn't go to church. Her husband goes to church, and her children go to church. She does not join them. In my head, that's what's happening. Like you own a tequila brand. You own a tequila brand. You don't you know, like just it's a no. And like Heather says, like there is no Mormon 2.0. There isn't. And like you can tell the girls on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like they're trying to do the same thing. Like they're trying to like, oh, we can be Mormon and we can be this. And I'm like, you can, but like you can, but you're also not at the same time. Like your version of Mormon 2.0 is wearing like a trap, like a bikini top and like yoga pants. And you're like, ooh, yay, great. And it's like, I dare all of you to start drinking, smoking, and doing like, I dare you to all go Whitney Wild Rose on their asses. And then you let me know how that works out for you. But half of their husbands wouldn't let that happen anyway. So it doesn't even really fucking matter, right? It's just, I don't know. Like, I don't I don't care if people want to be religious. That's not the issue. That's never been the issue for me. It's that I don't like that a lot of times, especially with Catholic Christian, religions. I'm gonna put some more on here, even though I know for a fact I don't need to. I'm doing it anyway. Um, I find them to be extremely contradictory to everything that they're talking about on a constant basis. And I just like, I shouldn't have to constantly be defending my religion all the time because of how contradictory it is. Does that make sense? Like, I feel bad for people like, and this is coming from somebody who literally was, I'm like, I was raised in a church. Like, I went to church every single Sunday. I was in I went to Sunday school. I did all the church groups. I was a church leader in my teen group. I was in so like in the state that I live in, I don't know if they do this anymore, but they had two teen groups that were like the most prestigious teen groups that you could be Um, in high school with the Catholic religion. And one was a marketing youth group where like we did media and marketing and like all that kind of fun stuff. And the other one was a group that basically put on events with help of like we all had adults that helped us and stuff like that. But I was in the marketing media one, and only a small select group of kids got to be, and this is the entire state, got to be in these groups, and I was in one of them. So like I've seen I've seen the like I've seen things, I know things, you know what I'm saying? Like I speak from experience. This is like the one thing like that I actually speak from experience. And it's just like these women making all these rules and acting all these ways and contradicting themselves all the time. I'm like, isn't that exhausting? Like, I found religion to be exhausting. Like, do I still believe in a higher power than me? Yeah. Do I think its name is God? I don't know. I could not tell you. Do I think it's a man? Again, I don't know. The way the world's working, yeah, it seems like it. I feel like if it was a woman, it wouldn't be like this. um, but I just find like the practice of religion to the extent that some of these women are practicing, I find it to be exhausting. And I shouldn't have to contradict myself all the time. And when like my husband, like he doesn't believe in religion. He doesn't believe in not religion. He doesn't believe in like a higher power. He thinks we just die and we're in the dirt and that's it and the lights go out. And I'm just like, no, I can't think that way. I can't live life like that. I don't support that. No. And he's like, people have asked me, they're like, well, how do you believe in that? Like, I don't understand. And I'm like, because believing it has nothing to do with there's nothing tangible when you're believing something sometimes. Like I think if most times, like there isn't anything tangible. Like I have no proof that a higher power exists. I just believe it. And honestly, I it's more of a comfort thing for me in hopes that when I pass away, I get to see my loved ones that have passed away too. And that's how I feel. And if you don't feel that way, that's like total like I'm totally okay with people believing in something else. You want to believe in a god, you want to believe in Allah, you want to believe in witches and, gremlins in the sky, you want to believe in nothing. Go off, sis. Just don't be a dick. Just don't be an asshole. That's all I care about. And don't push your religion on other people. Don't do it, Linda. Don't do it. I hate that shit. That drives me nuts when people do that. Stop trying to convince me of something. Like, if I want to figure it out, I have the internet, I have Google, I can figure it out myself. I don't need you to indoctrinate me. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, back to the show. Now that we've had our sermon for the day. Okay, yeah, so Jack is in Colombia and he has stomach pains and he doesn't want to come home and he doesn't want Lisa to come. And I'm just interested in like kind of wondering, like, is that I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, is it Jack that doesn't want her to come? Or also, like, to be completely fair, all last season, all Jack talked about was getting the hell away from Lisa. So I'm sure I'm sure he's probably like, Mom, don't come here because I don't need you and I don't want you. And I don't want to be seen like, I'm sure there's an element of like, I'm going to be perceived as like a little baby. You guys. um, I'm going to be perceived like a little, a little baby, and I don't want to be perceived like that. And that makes a lot of sense. I totally understand that. Not me going like nowhere today, basically, but anytime I never leave the house because like I'm a stay-at-home mom slash working mom. And so whenever I get to leave the house, you better believe I be putting makeup on. I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving the house today. I put makeup on. Um, But I bet you there's an element of like, I don't want to be seen as like a baby. I don't want people to think that, I can't deal with it. I can't handle myself. Like, I'm a man. I'm a man. I guarantee you there's like a level of that somewhere attached in there. And also, like I said, I do feel like he doesn't want Lisa around. That's just another thing. Like, and I feel like if Lisa showed up, she'd be like, hi everyone. Okay, what are we doing in these huts? This is crazy. Do you guys just like live in this like little shelter home? Like, what's going on? Like, where are the towels? Where's the nearest Four Seasons? Where is that? What's going on? Like, girl, Colombia is fucking terrifying. I had a friend in college that went there on a trip for I don't remember what it was. It was some type of humanitarian work or whatever. And she said that when they were done with their work that they were doing, it was basically mandatory for them to go to the humanitarian work, come back, lock the doors, stay inside the house, stay inside the apartments. Like that was it. Don't go out. Don't. There's nothing to do. There's no partying. There's no hanging out. There's no nothing. Especially when you're a woman, they're like, no, 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 girl, you stay right where you are, and you don't go anywhere. And it's because it's fucking dangerous. We're, the play. I imagine that the places where Jack is in a dangerous area. We're not talking about We're not talking about the fucking Four Seasons. You know, the Ritz Carlton of Columbia. That doesn't exist there. Where I'm sure he is. It does exist, obviously, but I'm sure it doesn't exist where he is. But yeah, I hope that he's okay. Like, did anybody fact check that? Can anybody like can Jack use social media? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Let's see. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull you guys up. Hold on. Hold on. Ha! Isn't this fun? You guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, no, we're going Lisa Barlow. Lisa Barlow 14. Lisa Barlow 14. Let's see. Oh, look, see? She is hanging out with who the heck was that name? Demi? Is that her name? Yeah, she's hanging out with Demi. Make Demi a housewife, girl. Make her a housewife. How long is like at the time of filming? Jack has been there for like 8 months, I think it said. Oh, here, right. Here he is, right here. Let's see if he has a social media presence. All right, let's see today. This is Jack never gets. Okay, when was this? Oh, that was a while ago. Oh, okay. He hasn't been on. I'll talk this Sunday. Oh, so he hasn't been there for. He hasn't been on social media for a long time. A long time. So he's got to still be there doing his thing. He has to be still there doing his thing. Go back to here. So, oh, 100%. Jack will probably like he's gonna be like the BYU kids that you see on TikTok and all that stuff. He'll end up marrying some girl on his trip, or he'll marry a girl from there, or whatever. He definitely gives me the vibes, which is crazy to me because he definitely wants to be a religious person. Who is the real estate show person? Who is the real estate show person? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Huh? What are you talking about? Who's the real estate what? Huh? Who? He's definitely going to marry somebody very, very young at a very young age. And he clearly wants to be religious, but I think he clearly also wants to be nowhere near his mother. Like he has no desire to live in Utah with his mother and his family. So we'll see how that works out for him. I don't think I think he wants to be a religious person and his mom is not one of those people. And I think he's definitely giving like, I'm a man, I'm a Mormon, bow down to me or die. Like that's the vibes that child gives me, which I feel bad. That really sucks. That must suck for Lisa. He definitely seems like the type of son that like if she was doing something, he'd be like, Mom, you know that's not okay. You know that's not all right. You shouldn't be doing that, Mom. It's like, I'm your mother. Shut your mouth. I hope he's doing okay though. I hope like she was worried that he might have appendicitis, and I was like, girl, if he has appendicitis, he's fudged in the mail. I didn't know who Maylee was. I haven't watched the first two episodes, but I knew I'd be fine because what's really going on? Let's be for real. Um, and she is freaking gorgeous, and I think it's so funny that all they have to gossip about her, out of all the things they could be bitching and moaning about, the only thing they have to say about this person is she possibly is going to get blacklisted from Nordstrom. Who gives a shit? From all the returns she does. Okay, I'm sorry. Is she legally doing them? Is everything like good to go? As long as she's returning them appropriately with tags and all that stuff, I'm sorry. Why is she being blacklisted? Who gives a shit? You're allowed to return stuff. Like, I don't know why that means she's blacklisted all of a sudden. That's very interesting to me where they're like, she's going to get blacklisted. I know it. Bravo will have a SLC real estate show and we'll have someone on Real Housewives. Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. I love any crossover shows. That's it always like the pipeline to housewives to real estate agent is heavy. It's thick. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. They're one of like the only groups that really love basketball, and that's like a big part of their thing. Like they talk a lot about, obviously they talk a lot about the basketball games in town. Obviously they talk about that group or whatever, but they're like one of the only housewives groups that like continuously like to be at sports and want to do sports and want to be there. They know who the players are. I'm like so fascinated by that. I'm like, girl, do more than that. Damian Lillard was literally like, who the hell are these women? But you know, his girlfriend or wife or whoever he's with was like, oh my God, you saw Lisa Barlow. Oh my God, you saw Angie K. This is crazy. Like, I'm probably like lost their mind. I thought that was really cute and funny. The thing that I want, oh, sorry guys. The thing that I need more women to understand is that you should never be bitching about your girlfriends to your other girlfriends. You should always be bitching about your girlfriends to your partner. That's the person you bitch about your friends to. You don't bitch about your friends to your other friends. That doesn't work like that. Like, that's where you get in trouble. Because then that friend, when they're backed up into a corner, they're going to use the dumb shit that you said against you. It happens every single time. And listen, I understand that this group of women, their whole job is to like, you know, bitch and complain and like be dramatic and be on the show or whatever. But it just cracks me up because I'm just like, girls, why do you bitch to each other? Especially Lisa Barlow. Why are we complaining to Lisa Barlow when we all know her and Meredith are 1000% going to take everything that they are hearing from you and they will 1000% use it against you when they get pushed up against a wall? That's what's going like every single time. That is what will happen if you interact with the two of them. And let me tell you right now, I guarantee you that Meredith, because she is a or was a lawyer, I guarantee you that Lisa Barlow keeps receipts, receipts, proof, timeline. Like, we get it. We get it. Okay. We get it. Heather, you have a catchphrase. You're famous. We get it. Shut up. Move along with your little speeches. Um, but you know, because anytime anybody confronts Meredith about anything, she is ready to go. She's like, well, did you hear about this? Well, did you hear about that? Did you hear about the rumors? The rumors? And I was like, the second that they brought anything up, Heather brought anything up about Whitney, with Whitney to Meredith, Meredith was ready to rock and roll. She was like, did you hear about Alibaba? Did you hear about any of that? It's like, well, I didn't want to tell her. I didn't want to talk to her about it. I'm like, because what Meredith will do, and this is just an assumption of what she does, is the second she hears anything shady or crazy or ridiculous about one of the girls, because I do believe, what I do believe is I do believe that she gets tagged online. I 1000% believe that. I do believe that she gets tagged online by fans and stuff being like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? So I do believe that. Like, in my opinion, I don't think that she has to search very far to find shit about the other women. Like, I'm pretty sure it just comes right to her. Um, but you know that she takes everything and she keeps it in a little space, a little safe in her mind. And then when someone decides to be a little crazy, a little cuckoo, and give her the shit, she's on it in about 2 seconds flat. You know that she is ready to rock and roll. She is ready to pull it out and hold that shit against you and deflect from her. Because let's be for real, what are we like? What are we talking about Meredith for? Are we talking about Meredith? No, we don't talk about her or Seth anymore. These women want to deflect as much as humanly possible. As much as humanly possible. They don't want to talk about themselves and they will avoid it like the plague, especially when it comes to like relationships, family members, whatever. They're like, oh, no, 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 you're not going to talk about me. We're going to talk about you. Hence why Angie K is talking shit about Brittany and her boyfriend, which Brittany is wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. I felt bad when Brittany was in the bathroom and she was like, I kind of felt like something was going on, but like I didn't have proof. So like whatever. I'm like, girl, are we at a point now? Are we at a point now, like as women, we don't need proof? At this point, we don't need proof. Like if you have a gut feeling, it's happening. When it comes to men, I have found that if you have a gut feeling, like a true one, not like a delusional one. I'm talking about like a real gut feeling. And there's just been something that continues to keep happening over and over again. Sorry, I'm looking at my eyebrows to see how they look. I have a crooked face. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a crooked face. Like one half of my face is a little bit lower than the other. So my eyebrows, I don't know why, they never end up matching. Like they match in the sense of like thickness and whatever, but one always looks like it's like up than the other. Um, if you even have an inkling, you're probably right, girl. Men are so stupid and it's so easy to catch them too. Like how dumb are you to do that on a confirmed account? Like I don't get it. Brittany is desperate. I hate that. I feel so bad. I hate that any woman on these shows, like they just date these skis balls. And it's like, girl, it'd be one thing. Oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. I feel bad, but it's like, girl, we're adults now. Like, we don't have to put up with this shit. When we were younger, like in our 20s and stuff, it's kind of like, you know what? We all make mistakes. We all date stupid shit people. Our brains aren't fully developed yet. Like, once you get into like your 30s and your 40s, it's like, why are we putting up with these idiots? Like, if they want to go date a bunch of 20-year-olds and be disgusting and gross, just let them go do it. Like, and then don't get mad at the girl. Don't get mad at the 20-year-old. Just feel bad for her and just know that one day she's going to realize that that man is a mistake and a demon person, just like you just realized. She's going to do this, like, these girls are going to do the same thing. They're going to make mistakes just like we do. And I'm not going to get mad at the women. Like, I would rather just get mad at the dumbass man that I thought I trusted. Oh, Brittany wants to go to heaven. You're going to heaven. You don't need a man to go to heaven. That cracks me up. She wants to go to heaven. She don't need no man to go to heaven. Mm-mm. I don't really want to do. I haven't been doing any eyeshadow lately, like at all. I'm kind of just like, I don't feel it. I've been putting like a little bit of bronzer on my eyes, and then like that's it. I'm just like, nah, that's enough. That's enough for me. Um, Whitney is allegedly using pictures off of Alibaba and stealing designs from there. So she's like, Mormons have to have a husband to go to heaven. Oh no, is she? So I'm assuming she's a Mormon then? I have to have a husband to go to heaven. Get effed. Like, literally. More women need to do. If you guys look it up, I remember what it's called. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I talk about this all the time. I try to tell as many women about it as humanly possible. This is coming from a straight woman that is married and has children. The 4B movement. If you get a chance, look up the 4B movement in South Korea and what those women are doing. and how they are like scaring their government at this point because they're starting to notice that there might be a generation of human beings that won't exist in their culture, which is terrifying. Absolutely terror. I can't imagine how terrifying that would be. Um, because the women there are choosing to not be in relationships with men, not procreate with men, not have sex with men. They're just like anti men right now. And it's fascinating to me. So I'm just like, girl, you don't need him. You don't need him. Let him go be with some 20 something year old and then go cheat on her 5 minutes later. That's what's going to keep happening. That's the thing is like, it's just going to keep happening. He's going to do the same thing to this girl that he just did to you. And it's going to keep cycling and keep cycling and keep cycling. It's not going to change. So just be like, you know what? Fudge you. Kick rocks, old man. And just move on to the next thing. And then anytime anybody talks about him, just be like, yeah, he's into young chicks. He cheats on everybody. And I wish that new girl the best of luck. And I genuinely mean that. I wish her the best of luck. I hope that the dark cloud that just went over. Look at how bright my light looks right now. Look how blue my eyes are. Crazy. It just got very cloudy outside. I think it's supposed to rain. I think it's supposed to rain, 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 rain. Look at that difference with that eye. Look at that eye. And then this eye. This eye. This eye. This eye. This eye. You're all like, girl, I don't notice a difference at all. I don't wear fake lashes because I am so nervous that they're going to rip off my eyelashes. And I don't have to curl my lashes. And I'm so afraid I'm going to fuck them up and break them. So Bronwyn said she was 38. And I was like, we sure about that? I'm like, I kind of want to play like a game of like, guess their age. When someone, like, I'm 34. And when Bronwyn said she was 38, I'm like, you're 4 years older than me. You're only 2 years older than my husband. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't, I don't know if I believe you on that one, girl. I'm kind of like, okay. And then her husband's 65 with gout, she said. She's like, I have sex with a 65-year-old with gout. I'm like, okay. These women have sex with men that are their age that are losers. So are we gonna really like? I'd rather have my husband have fucking gout and be a good guy. It's freaking 65. He also looks like Santa Claus. Can we talk about that? Her husband looks like Santa Claus in the off season. Like in the Santa Claus movie with Tim what's his face, and when he's in the spring and the summer, he has like a short beard and he's like a little bit more chill. And then when he gets to the wintertime, it gets like longer or whatever. That's the same vibe. Same exact vibe. I was like, wait a minute. Santa, what are you doing here? Hopefully he's a nice guy. Hopefully they like each other and hopefully they don't end up like one of the 700 couples that have like an older man and get divorced. I'm like, does anybody have an older man and not divorced now? Like Erica Jane, what's her face from Potomac? Like everybody broke up with their old man. Nobody's dating the oldies anymore. Is that his name, Alan? He seemed like a nice guy. But again, I only saw him for 2 seconds. You guys, how does my makeup look? How does my makeup look? You like it? Does it look good? Again, I'm literally doing nothing, going nowhere. Well, I am going somewhere, but it's stupid. You guys, I got side note before I talk about what I'm about to talk about, because what I'm about to talk about was because I was concerned for Mary's health. I got one of those period simulators. Apparently, they're just like a massager. That's all this is. It's like an electric massager. But I got one to try out on my husband because I was like, girl, I want to try this out on my husband because my husband's one of those men that's like truly a. I don't believe. I feel bad, but like I genuinely don't believe the TikToks when the guys are like, oh my god, it's crazy, oh my god. Like I don't believe that. So I'm like, I'm gonna try it out on my husband, who I know is not a bullshitter, and it's gonna tell me if like this actually hurts or not. So I'm gonna try this out on him later and see if he's like, yeah, Sam, this fucking hurts, or if he's gonna be like, okay, whatever. I also want to know like if I think it hurts. Like I want to know if I feel pain or not, or if I'm just like, okay, whatever. This is Is this a joke? This is a joke, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to try that out too. Anyway, I did get one of those though. And I was like, I'm going to do it and we're going to see what happens. What we have to talk about is the tampon situation with Mary. Because, girl, absolutely not. When she said that she uses a tampon, okay, a tampon to stop herself from urinating, I screamed at my phone when I was watching it on my phone. I screamed at my phone. I said, "Excuse me? That's the wrong, like, girl, that's the wrong hole. We're talking about a completely different hole. That's not the hole that we use for our pee-pee versus our you know what? Like, huh? What are you talking about?" When she said that, I genuinely, guys, I'm not joking you, I like had like a stroke. I was like, what is she talking about? She's like, oh yeah, it helps me hold my pee. I hold my pee better. I was like, what do you mean you hold your pee? That's not where your pee comes out. That was so weird to me. I was like, does Mary need to go to the gynecologist? Do we need to have a conversation about where her pee hole comes from? And then when she was like, yeah, you have to use a super duper tampon. I know, okay, I'm about to get TMI here, okay, guys? I'm about to get TMI. Do you guys know what it feels like to put a raw dog tampon in your body and then have it no blood on it, no nothing, and take it out? Mm-mm. You can't just like rip that sucker out. You can't just like rip a raw tampon out. You have to like almost give birth to it. You have to like push it out of you. And the fact that she's literally using like a raw dog tampon in order to stop herself from going pee. Hi, UTI. You know what I'm saying? Like when she said that, I was like, that's UTI. Like 1000%. I'm sure there's yeast infections attached in there too. Oh, when you finish it. I was like, no, 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 no. We don't do no, 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 no. We don't do that. We don't do that. I was shocked. I was like, where did you learn that? Who taught you that? Because that's not how that works. And I sure as hell know she ain't shoving it up her pee hole because that's not big enough to do that. So it's definitely what she's saying, but it's like, girl, it doesn't work that way. It does not work that way at all. When Whitney got propositioned at the game, she's like, yeah, this guy just like tried to pay me and like wants my attention. And I was like, girl, I talk about this with all the housewives. My apologies for my chewing. I just needed something to chew on for a minute. But I need an accountant. Because where is Whitney getting her money from? I really need to know how this woman got a private jet, a suite at the Bucks game, all these like things done for these women, this massive hotel room that had like a fucking kitchen and a living room and everything, and then 9 rooms wrapped around it. Huh? Who's affording this? Because allegedly, the housewives don't get that shit for free. If they plan a trip, they're paying for it. Allegedly. I don't believe that, but allegedly that's the truth. So I'm just like, excuse me, how is she paying for that? How is she paying for all of that? Not from Wild Rose. Sorry. Fight me, but not from Wild Rose. That's just not happening. I mean, you guys, that's pretty much it. Like the episode was it definitely was not boring, but there just wasn't a lot going on. There wasn't a lot of like tea spilled. There wasn't a lot of conversation. There wasn't a lot of craziness happening. You know what I'm saying? It was a pretty like straightforward, chill episode overall. So, I mean, I don't know. I love that it's a chill, like, I love that the storylines are just silly and stupid and dumb. I love that about this group. That's one thing that I just miss so much about Housewives is I just miss the silly, goofy, dumb arguments and fights over the stupidest things. Like that's what we were watching over on I did a live yesterday. If you guys want to go check that out, I have the replay up for it. I was watching Real Housewives of New York, and that's pretty much what Real Housewives of New York is. Like the first episode, like they're fighting over Ubers. And they're fighting over like who paid for a fucking Uber. And then like if someone's poor or not. I was like, this is incredible. This is amazing. This is exactly what I wanted. I want to literally be like poor, poor. Like that is the housewives that I signed up for. I signed up for arguing about whether or not Jenna Lyons is a poor. That's what I want. I want to argue over cheese like they did last season. Those are the arguments that I want to listen to and have. That's like the cattiness that I'm really into. So when they're fighting about those things, I'm like, yes, that's what I wanted. That's what I asked for. This is what I need. I can't deal with lawsuits and lawyers and divorces and bullshit. Like, I need a break from that for right now. I need a fucking break. I need goofs and gaffs and jokes, and I need stupid arguments that only rich women can argue about because us as poor women, we don't grasp what the hell they're talking about or what they're saying. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about. I have about, I'd say 15 more minutes before I have to go. Because I have to take my son to therapy. So I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to talk about. It could be anything pop culture related, housewives, whatever, any opinions you want. If you want me to pull up the screen and we can find something, it's up to you guys. I like to do, I really love setting up my social media and stuff to be what you guys want to talk about, obviously. That's what we try to do here. We try to make the fans, the followers happy. So whatever you guys want to talk about is what I want to talk about. So we got about 15 more minutes. So whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for. Comment below. Comment below. I'm trying to move everything around here. I gotta move everything before my husband comes home too because my desk is a mess. My house is a mess. I need to figure out a better background. I need to figure out a better background. Oh, can we talk about? I know we can talk about real quick. We can talk about friggin' Jax and Brittany. That whole situation is hilarious to me. Hilarious to me. Let's see. Let's see if I can find. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see. Um. I don't know how to do it on this end. Hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Close friends. No, 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 but da 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 da, bum ba ba da 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 da. Um, I don't know how to find. No, 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 no. Maybe it's over here. No, I don't want that shit. Go back. Yours like, what's going on? I'm trying to find my likes. Your activity. There we go. Let's find my likes. Because there was one that talked about what specifically happened and how that kind of all played out. Let's see if I can find it. I have to say if I can find it. I think the whole situation is so hilarious and so funny to me. Oh, right here. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Let me pull you guys up. Why did you not recap Below Deck Bed? Please watch I Love a Mama's Boy. What is I Love a Mama's Boy? What the hell is that? Why did I not recap Below Deck Med? Because I'm not a big Below Deck person, to be honest with you. Next season I definitely can. I am going to be recapping Below Deck Sailing Yacht. So if you want to watch me do that, I am going to be recapping that. So you guys will see that. I believe I'm recapping that on Tuesday. I recap the day after that it airs. So I believe I'm recapping that on Tuesday, I think, at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time with replay available. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's see. Live scene. Here we go. So this is from Real Moms of Bravo. And so basically, this is what this person thinks happened with Jax's filing for custody and the divorce. Family law attorney here, he just filled out the form wrong. You were required to list where the child has resided for the past 5 years. That says Cruz lived with mom and dad until January 2024. And then I believe he meant to say Cruz is living with mom from January 24 to now. Now, nowhere in that filing is he giving up custody, just listing Cruz's address. Cruz can live with mom and dad, gets visitation, so his technical address is his mom's. And then that's kind of what apparently the filing looks like. And that's a picture of cringiness, which is hilarious. And then apparently they ended up posting. Brittany did, I think. Brittany ended up posting and like making a comment about it because everybody was posting so much about it. And she says, "We are legally married. I'm guessing paperwork is hard for some people." Hilarious. Jax Taylor shares conflicting response on if he and Brittany Cartwright were ever legally married. In Jax Taylor's divorce documents, the Vanderpump Rules alum checked a box confirming that he is married to Brittany Cartwright, as well as box contending that they were never legally married. Have already long resolved custody issues amid ongoing divorce. A statement given to People on Wednesday, October 2nd, via his rep read, Jax and Brittany have already long resolved all matters related to custody of Cruz and will continue to work together privately for the best interest of their son, which remains their overriding concern. While Jax made errors in filing out the forms that are usually done by trained legal professionals, those errors will be amended without delay. That's not true. When I filed for divorce from my first husband, it is a show where sons prioritize mom over wife. Ew, oh my God. What channel is it on? What streaming app is it on? It's so funny because, here you go. There. When I filed for divorce, I did everything myself. I did everything myself. I had to do everything myself because I didn't have money for an attorney. I also didn't have anything. So like I didn't have to really do too much, obviously. But you can definitely file paperwork yourself without any help or support. I know because I've done it. And I filled mine out completely fine, had no issues. But again, we're talking about Jax, so there's that. The errors the statement referred to were in Jax's September 26th response to Brittany's August 27th divorce filing, where she requested primary custody of their son, Cruz. In this response, which was obtained and reviewed by People, Jax incorrectly said that he and Brittany were not legally married. The timeline of their relationship was also incorrect. He also checked a box indicated other when it came to determining child support, leading to some confusion. However, in this Wednesday statement, Jax said the couple had previously figured out Cruz's custody agreement, which is good. I hope that, he's gonna, apparently this person said that he's prepping to weaponize incompetence. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, good luck with that one. But yeah, of course it's on TLC. Of course that show is on TLC. TLC is always making crazy ass shows like that. Okay, hold on. What was it called again? It's called I Love a Mama's Boy. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can see clips. I love a mama's boy. Shut the front door. Ew. Of course. Oh, they're in love. They're in love. They're in love. Are you dating a mama's boy? Let's take a quiz, guys, real quick. You ready? Let's take a quiz. You want to take a quiz? We're going to take a quiz. Take the quiz. How many times a week does your partner call his mom? Well, he works with his mom. So, like, I'd say once or twice a week. Next. What do your partner's conversations with his mom usually consist of? They catch up on life and discuss what's next with one another. They talk about normal stuff, but sometimes discuss our relationship more than I would like. His mom often sprinkles in unsolicited advice and meddles in our relationship. I mean, I guess catch up on life. Again, my husband works with his mom, so Does your significant other's mom insert herself during major life moments? She would show up on our honeymoon if she could. Sometimes she joins in on our dates. No, she never inserts herself when it comes to our relationship. Nope, she doesn't. She's very good about that. What chores does your partner's mom do for him? None. I don't have a mama's boy, in case anybody's wondering. How does he refer to her? Mom. Like mom or ma? Yeah, mom. My mom. If you and his mother disagree, how does he react? He tries to stay out of disagreements, usually. He tries to stay out of it. How could outsiders describe your partner and his mother's relationship? Nothing out of the ordinary. Two inseparable halves, super close and involved. I mean, I'd say mother and son, nothing out of the ordinary. Does he ever stand up to her? He usually brushes. He's unafraid to tell her when she's wrong. No, he doesn't want to disappoint her. He pretty much says how it is to her. Who does your boyfriend call first when he gets news? Me. Does he compare you to his mom? No. If he does, it makes sense in context, but hardly ever. He's more like his mother than I behave like his mother. How does your partner deal with distance from his mom? I think he wish he had more. Sometimes he always feels like he needs to check on. He just fine. Yeah, I do feel like sometimes he does need to check on her. He wants to make sure she's okay because he loves her. Do you feel like you're competing with his mom for attention? Absolutely not. Nope. Would you say he gets babied by his mom? Every now and then, but it's kind of sweet. What do your dates look like? Time well spent, just me and my man. Yeah, we don't go on dates with his mother. That's fucking creepy. Nope. You're in the clear. Your boyfriend and his mom, my husband, and his mom are just like any other parent-child duo. They talk every now and then, complete the occasional favor, and have a nice relationship. For the most part, you mostly see his parents as planned family dinners, holidays, quick pop-ins when they happen to be in the neighborhood. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. That is insane. I'm dating a mom. That is crazy to me. I'm dating a mama's boy. Stop. A mom did a DNA test on grandchild on the show. Sad. What? Okay, that's psychotic. That's gross. I don't like watching mean moms. I also don't understand why you would marry somebody that is like that because then in my opinion, they're going to expect that from you. Let's see, episode 1. I don't want to watch the episode, but I do want a description. Can I get a description? 4 seasons? There's been 4 seasons already? Dear God. Why? Like, why are you trying to prove to each other who knows your son best? Ew, that's gross. There's going to be things that, like, you know better than her and vice versa. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. All right, guys. I will talk to you soon. I will be streaming tomorrow. It's Friday. Yep, streaming tomorrow. And I am streaming Real Housewives of Orange County recap. So if you guys want to catch that, you can catch me tomorrow for that. But other than that, you guys have a great afternoon. Go check out yesterday's live. Share this live once it's done posting. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.